Okay, so you have everything you need from the curriculum and whatnot to begin a sermon of your own and speak to Calvary Kids. But you're ready for just a little bit more information, tips and tricks in order to kill it. I got you. Okay, so you've already seen the other video about our curriculum and sermons and how to speak to children, right? That's big, that's important, all those P's. Super duper helpful in writing your curriculum. However, writing your curriculum is not equivalent to speaking your curriculum. Writing a sermon is not speaking out the sermon. A lot of times what you write down ends up being an hour long. That's why Pastor Nick's is forever. So here are some tips and tricks on how to speak to children. Number one is animation goes a long way. And for whatever reason, when it comes to kids and videos, the more animation you have, the more engagement you will get from the audience. And it's like a scientific thing. I don't understand it because I am just an adult, but I know that as soon as there's a screen and as soon as there are kids, when there's more animation and more going on and louder in the voice, suddenly the people watching are like glued in and the kids are like, ah! And that's really all that I do. I take a little bit of me, turn it up all the way, and then like, boom, bam! It kind of reminds me of this scene in this one movie.
Oh, sorry about that.
Zach Zodiac, mate.
What's up, Zach?
What an honor to meet you, mate.
Oh, thanks, Zach.
Yeah, Zach, yeah.
Cool.
It's my sister, Soraya.
We're huge fans.
Thank you so much.
Since we were kids.
Yeah, we've been fans since you had hair.
Oh, thank you. Hey, it's a choice.
It looks good.
It's great,
yeah.
fantastic.
See you guys.
Rock.
Yes, Zach.
What advice would you give us if we want to
Win over the crowd.
win over the crowd? If we want to be the next you?
What are your names again?
My name.
Zach.
It doesn't matter what your names are. You walk around here interrupting the rock you like you haven't seen the sun in 20 years. You like you just stepped out of Oliver Twist. Please, sir, may I have some more advice, sir? You want some advice? Here's the rock's advice. Shut your mouth. What you want. How about what the rock wants? The rock wants you to go out there, take no prisoners, have no regrets, have no fear. Lay it all out on the line. There's your advice. Straight out of the jabroni beating, pie eating, trail blazing, eyebrow raising, entertaining the globe, never hotter, talking to two rejects from Harry Potter. So that's how you win over the crowd. Yeah. Even though this crazy wrestling world is a fictionalized world, the fans know 1,000% if you're not being real, right? That guy just now, that was The Rock. The Rock is me, Dwayne Johnson, just with the volume turned way up, the treble adjusted, the bass, same guy. So don't worry about being the next me. Be the first you.
That's all I do. I just turn it up a little bit and I've got more animation in my story, more animation in the Bible, more animation in whatever it is. And it engages. The second thing I do is I have an internal clock in my brain and I lock it in at 7 minutes. 7 minutes. It's another scientific thing that after so many minutes for an adult, I think it's like 20, right? That they begin to lose their attention. So many minutes for a teenager, I think it's like closer to 14. They lose their attention. And then so many minutes for a child, it's at 7. I know this because that's why I'm talking about it. 7 minutes. If you are not like really into the thing you're doing, like if you're not that video game or you're not that soccer game, you've lost their attention. You might have them, but around the seventh minute, they're gonna just be like, and you know that you've lost them because of the tall tales. They start playing with each other. They start talking over you. They start talking to each other. They start to fidget in their seats. There are tall tales to look for. And as soon as you see those tall tales, move on. Go to the next thing. Wrap it up. not finish the message, wrap up the portion you're on, transition to a game changer, right? That's a big deal, big deal. So then the third thing that I would say is a big tip for you guys is that everything you do has to point to the main point. Everything. If you have a game, it needs to point to the main point. If you have a Bible, it's got to point back to the main point. If it has whatever, it's got to point to the main point. And you may have heard me talk about that in a previous video, which is ka-chow! It's all got to point back, and you got to say it over and over and over. So, let's review. Animate a lot, stick with 7 minutes, and then transition, and then third, right? That's to point back to the main point. If you do that, you will do just fine talking to kids. You will. I believe in you, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video or something. Regardless, until next time, everybody say bye, Pt2.